In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
Let me ask you at home, and even the guys here in the studio, a question. Let's say your boss offered you an easier way to log onto your computer in the morning, or bypass having to get change for the vending machine, or even get through a secure door by having a microchip planted in your hand. Anyone? Yes? Anyone? No! Yeah, well, it's apparently happening, and not everybody's happy about the idea.
Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. Who needs them?
Have a nice day.
This is the future of e-business.
I'm stunned to hear that that's actually something that's being considered now. I mean, that sounds so science fiction.
Days of overstuffed wallets in your back pocket or purse might soon come to an end. By 2020, mobile wallets on our smartphones are expected to surpass the use of credit and debit cards in the U.S. That has already happened in China.
Well, cashless has become the buzzword for the future of shopping. But what about stores without cashiers? Well, these are already a reality in China.
Tonight, long lines outside the store that's trying to get rid of them altogether.
Let's get ready to shop.
Inside Amazon Go, a new grocery store opening to the public for the first time today, there's no checkout or register in sight. Instead, customers use a new app to scan in and start shopping.
I might grab a salad. Okay. The Just Walk Out technology is tracking that these items are leaving the shelf, and it's putting them in my virtual cart. And that means, and if I put them back on the shelf, they come out of my virtual cart.
Hundreds of cameras read product labels and track your movements. Sensors installed in the shelves collect data about your preferences.
How accurate are the cameras in determining that I'm really taking that peppered steak or roasted chicken?
The system is highly accurate. On the rare occasion, if you were to find an error, we make it super easy to do a self-service return.
Customers leave without checking out, and their Amazon account is automatically charged. As for workers who may have been cashiers,
we've simply decided to allocate them to different kinds of tasks.
Amazon recently bought Whole Foods, but says there are no plans to install this technology in those stores.
If Amazon can perfect this method of checking out, I think it could send a strong signal to other grocers that they need to step up their game in providing convenience to consumers.
A race to win your wallet, even if it never leaves your pocket.
Staff retail sector is forecast to grow to $10 billion by 2020, which is 3 times that of 2017. And this retail concept has also become the latest battleground for the country's tech giants like Tencent and Alibaba. Valerie Tan has more from Shanghai.
If you live in China, basically, you cannot live without WeChat. It is your to-go app for everything, including opening doors. And let's see what's in store.
Good morning. So when I moved here to China a couple of months ago, I kept getting funny looks every time I would pull cash out of my wallet to pay for things. And then I got one of these. It's a code on my phone, and now I can basically buy anything here in China. When you pay for something, how do you pay for it?
Mobile phone.
On the streets of Beijing, cash is definitely not king. What do you think of people who use cash to pay for things? That's rare and weird, he says. Only the elderly and people who don't know how to use a phone pay cash. This woman says, I rarely take my wallet when I go out, just my phone. That's because those phones can buy just about anything, from clothes in the store to steamed buns on the street. They're used to pay for bike rides and bus rides, rent and utility bills. When was the last time you used cash? A month ago? Wow, that's a long time. WeChat and Alipay dominate China's mobile market, and payments on their platforms totaled more than $5.5 trillion last year, a 200% jump from the year before.
Well, it's experimental, so we can't be sure of what's going to happen. But you know me, I'm an experimental type of guy. So I would go along with it just when it comes to work, nothing else, hey? But basically, what this company is doing, they're trying this out. And I've got to tell you, this is RFID technology. That probably doesn't mean a lot to anybody at home, but it's the same technology we have in our badges that we use to get into work. So there's a company in Wisconsin. They're giving employees the option, and about 50 out of the 80 employees have opted to do it. So they can, instead of using the badge, or instead of using their phone to buy something at the vending machine, or instead of using a credit card, they just have a little chip inserted into their hand right there between the thumb and your pointer finger. It's done by either a tattoo artist or someone who has a license to do piercings put in that way. And it's really just the same technology that we're using inside other devices, only you can't lose it.
The president was in Tampa, Florida last night for a rally ahead of the state's primary this month. Mr. Trump pushed for voter ID by making an erroneous comparison with grocery shopping.
You know, if you go out and you want to buy groceries, you need a picture on a card. You need ID. You go out and you want to buy anything, you need ID and you need your picture.
Hi there, how you doing?
I am wonderful.
I am so sorry. That flight is canceled.
No.
Customer incident at the other end.
What? So when is the next flight?
Yeah, they're all kind of full.
I booked this weeks ago. It's my best friend's wedding.
I'm sorry.
I have to get there. I have to.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Oh, thank you.
I see there's one standby seat on another plane leaving tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's reserved for members of our Prime Flight program. You gotta be a 4.2 or over to qualify.
Oh, I'm a 4.2.
I'm afraid you're actually a 4.183.
Oh. Well, that's not my fault. Some woman dinged me down in the capture. Can't you just...
I'm sorry, it won't let me book it without the correct ranking.
But it's so close.
There's just nothing I can do.
Christ, I mean, surely.
I'm gonna have to ask you to moderate your language then.
Sorry, it's just... I'm maid of honor. I cannot miss this wedding.
And I am so sorry about that.
Can you call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Can you just call the supervisor?
I cannot do that.
Call the f***ing supervisor.
Okay, that's profanity. We're zero tolerance on profanity.
I'm sorry, it's just...
Yeah, I have to serve the next customer.
No.
Step away, ma'am.
God, just help me. I'm so sorry.
I've called security.
Oh, no, please don't do that. I'm a 5-starring you. 5 stars.
What's the issue here, Hannah?
Intimidation and profanity.
Oh, no, I was not intimidating.
Don't speak, ma'am.
I was just trying to...
Okay, so, in order to restore calm, I'm invoking my authority as airport security to dock you 1 full ranking point as a punitive measure. This is a temporary measure.
No!
The score reverts to normal in 24 hours.
No, but I need it now.
Period. All down votes are subject to a ×2 multiplier.
×2?
We recommend you avoid negative feedback at this time.
I'm on double damage.
Please, remove yourself from the airport immediately.
Okay, well, due to your rank
China plans to give all of its 1.4 billion citizens a personal score based on how they behave. Ben Tracy is in China with what's behind the government's scoring system.
Good morning. The government here says it is trying to purify society by rewarding those who are trustworthy and punishing those who are not. So like the credit score that most Americans get for how they handle their finances, Chinese citizens are now getting social credit scores based on everything from whether they pay their taxes on time to how they cross the street. When Leo Hu recently tried to book a flight, he was told he was banned from flying because he's on the list of untrustworthy people. Leo is a journalist who was ordered by a court to apologize for a series of tweets he wrote and was then told his apology was insincere. I can't buy property. My child can't go to private school, he says. You feel you're being controlled by the list all the time. And the list is now getting longer, as every Chinese citizen is being assigned a social credit score, a fluctuating rating based on a range of behaviors. It's believed that community service and buying Chinese-made products can raise your score. Fraud, tax evasion, and smoking in non-smoking areas can drop it. If a score gets too low, a person can be banned from buying plane and train tickets, real estate, cars, and even high-speed internet. It's a good thing, this woman says. There should be punishment for people who can't behave. China's growing network of surveillance cameras makes all of this possible. The country already has an estimated 176 million cameras, and it plans to have more than 600 million installed by 2020.
It can recognize more than 4,000 vehicles.
Xu Li is the CEO of SenseTime, one of China's most successful artificial intelligence companies. It has created smart cameras for the government that can help catch criminals, but also track average citizens. This knows every person, every bike, every car, every bus. In several big cities in China, including here in Shanghai, the government is even tracking jaywalkers. Cameras record them going through intersections, zero in on their face, and then publicly shame them on nearby video screens. Now, there are upsides for people the Chinese government considers trustworthy. They can actually get better interest rates at banks, they can get discounts on their energy bills, and China's largest online dating site reportedly even boosts the profiles of people with high social credit scores.